The autumn air in Willow Creek hung heavy with the scent of pine and wood smoke, drifting through a cul-de-sac where every lawn was trimmed to HOA perfection, every mailbox polished to a gleam, and every hedge sculpted like a work of art. To most, this suburban enclave was a haven of order, a place where kids rode bikes in neat circles and neighbors exchanged tight smiles over white picket fences. But for Marcus Reed, a 32-year-old warehouse worker with a sharp eye and a knack for staying cool under pressure, it was a battlefield. His porch, once a safe haven for packages, had become a thief's playground, and the mastermind behind it wasn't some random crook. It was Karen Mitchell, the HOA president whose clipboard was her scepter and whose frown could sour a summer day. Her latest obsession. Marcus's very existence, it seemed, starting with his packages. What began as a stolen pair of limited edition sneakers, the kind he'd saved months for, sleek and bold, turning heads with every step, escalated into a war when toys for his nephew's birthday vanished too. But Marcus didn't just get angry. He got ingenious, rigging a glitter bomb trap so diabolically perfect it turned Karen into a sparkling, stinking neon green catastrophe, toppling her reign and setting the neighborhood free. Welcome to Karen Karma, where HOA tyrants get roasted. If you're new, smash that subscribe and ring the bell. At Karma for Karen, delivering justice one explosive takedown at a time. Comment below. Ever had a porch pirate swipe your stuff? Drop your city or country. Where's this story sparking? Let's ignite this tale of theft, betrayal, and glittering revenge. Marcus had been counting down the days for his dream purchase. Limited edition sneakers. A $250 masterpiece of design with sleek lines and vibrant colors that screamed confidence. He wasn't one for extravagance, scraping by on a warehouse salary, but these were his reward for months of overtime, a symbol of hard-earned swagger. Delivery day arrived, and like always, he was stuck at work, forklift humming, clock crawling. He refreshed his phone obsessively, heart racing like a kid on Christmas Eve. The notification finally pinned. Package delivered at your front door. A photo showed the box on his porch, neatly tucked by the welcome mat. Relief washed over him, until he pulled into his driveway that evening. The porch was barren, unnaturally clean. No box, no tape, no trace. Marcus scoured the bushes, checked behind the porch chair, even peered over the fence into the neighbor's yard. Nothing. His stomach churned as he called the delivery company, voice tight. They confirmed the drop with a time-stamped photo, his sneakers right there hours ago. Sorry for the inconvenience, they chirped, washing their hands of it. Anger flared hot and sharp. Someone had swiped his prize right off his doorstep. He tried to brush it off as a one-off, a bold porch pirate passing through. Weeks later, though, it happened again. His nephew's birthday was coming, and Marcus had ordered a set of action figures. Bright, colorful heroes the kid had begged for, nothing extravagant, but packed with love. Same routine. Work, refreshing the app, the familiar ping. Package delivered. A small knot twisted in his gut, but he pushed it down. Lightning doesn't strike twice, right? Wrong. When he got home, the porch was empty again, not a shred of cardboard in sight. Fury surged, mingling with disbelief. This wasn't random. Someone was watching, timing his shifts, striking when he was gone. It wasn't just about sneakers or toys anymore. It was a violation, a thief chipping away at his peace, his home. Pacing his living room, Marcus felt the walls closing in. If this kept up, what else could they take? His trust? His sanity? He wasn't about to let that happen. Desperate for answers, Marcus turned to the one person who claimed to keep Willow Creek safe, Karen Mitchell, the HOA president who strutted through the neighborhood like a self-appointed dictator. At meetings, she preached order and community standards, her voice sharp, her clipboard a weapon of petty fines, wrong paint shades, unapproved lawn ornaments, grass a half-inch too long. Surely she'd care about actual crime. Marcus marched to her pristine split-level home, its lawn so perfect it looked like a golf course. He knocked, and Karen answered, her permanent frown deepening as he explained the thefts. $250 sneakers, birthday toys, his growing unease. Her eyes darted, impatient, as she nodded. "We'll look into it, Marcus. Security is our priority." Her tone was syrupy fake, like she'd rather be pruning her roses. Then, mid-sentence, her teenage son Dylan strolled in, and Marcus's world froze. On the kid's feet were his sneakers, the limited edition pair, unmistakable with their neon stitching and sleek design. His chest tightened, pulse hammering. Was Dylan the thief? Or was Karen covering for him? He forced a smile, thanked her, and left. Accusing them without proof would make him the bad guy. He needed evidence, and a plan to hit harder than words. Marcus went full detective. No outbursts, no accusations, he'd outsmart the thief. Online, he ordered discreet security cameras, tiny high-definition models, nearly invisible, perfect for catching a sneak. Late at night, under the hum of his garage light, he mounted them, one tucked under the porch trim, another hidden in the azaleas, a third angled from the roofline. From the street, they were ghosts, but their live feed streamed crystal clear to his phone. With surveillance locked in, he set the bait, a cheap order, just a $15 phone charger and budget headphones, tempting but low stakes. The package arrived mid-afternoon, the notification pinging while he stacked boxes at work. Heart pounding, he pulled up the live feed, eyes glued to the screen. Hours dragged to 3 p.m., 4 p.m., nothing. As dusk painted the sky orange, a figure appeared. Not Dylan, not a random crook. Karen herself, the HOA president who feigned concern. She sauntered up his porch like it was her domain, snatched the box, glanced around with shifty eyes, and strutted back to her house, package tucked under her arm. Marcus replayed the clip, jaw slack, cycling through shock, betrayal, and cold fury. She wasn't protecting her kid. She was the porch pirate, stealing with the audacity of someone untouchable. Anger burned like a fuse, but Marcus saw a golden opportunity. Reporting her would be too tame. He wanted her pride to take the hit, her perfect image shattered. He turned to the internet again, ordering his arsenal, spring loaders for explosive impact, glitter powder for chaos, a stink spray canister reeking of rotten eggs and vinegar, an industrial neon green dye that clung like a curse. In his garage, under the glow of a work lamp, Marcus became a prank maestro. He crafted a cardboard box, rigging it with a spring-loaded mechanism to blast its contents on opening. Inside, he packed glitter to erupt like a confetti cannon, stink spray to unleash a vile cloud, and dye to stain skin and clothes for days. He sealed it with Amazon-style tape, weighing it down with old bolts to mimic a real package's heft. It wasn't just revenge, it was a glittering, stinking masterpiece, a trap to humiliate the unrepentant thief. The stage was set. Marcus placed the box front and center on his porch, its crisp edges screaming "Steal me." At work, he propped his phone on his desk, live feed rolling, heart thumping with anticipation. Hours ticked by, tension coiling tighter. Then, like clockwork, Karen appeared on screen, strutting across his lawn with the confidence of a queen who'd never been caught. She scanned the street, then down and snatched the box. Her smug smile caught in 4K. Marcus leaned closer, grinning like a kid about to pop a jack-in-the-box. Moments later, the cameras captured the chaos. In her driveway, Karen tore open the box. Bang! Glitter exploded, a shimmering rainbow cloud coating her face, hair, and pristine jacket like a disco apocalypse. The stink spray followed, a foul burst of rotten eggs and sour vinegar, making her gag and flail. Then the neon green dye splattered, streaking her cheeks, hands, and clothes in a glowing, unmissable stain. She shrieked, arms waving, stumbling like a deranged cartoon villain as the mess clung to her like a badge of shame. Marcus laughed so hard he nearly toppled his chair, tears streaming as he rewatched the glittery carnage. Hold up, karma chasers. Can you imagine Karen sparkling like a disco ball and smelling like a landfill? If you've ever wanted to catch a thief red-handed, smash that like button. Comment, What's the wildest porch pirate or HOA story you've got? Drop your city or country. Where's this prank landing? Keep watching, 'cause this glitter bomb's about to blow up her world. Marcus sped home, pulling into a street electric with chaos. Neighbors clustered outside, phones out, filming Karen as she frantically scrubbed her face with a garden hose, glitter sparkling under streetlights, green dye glowing like a neon sign, the stink wafting so bad folks held their noses. She looked like a deranged radioactive disco queen, shrieking about lawsuits while neighbors cackled. "That's what you get for stealing," one shouted. Kids pointed giggling as she flailed, the glitter catching every light, the dye refusing to budge. Marcus stayed calm, clipping the footage, Karen's theft, the glitter explosion, her meltdown, and emailed it to the HOA board with a dry note. "Your president keeping Willow Creek safe." By the next meeting, Karen was a cornered animal. The board watched the video in stunned silence as she stammered, claiming mistaken identity and neighborhood beautification. The evidence was ironclad, her theft, her lies, her glowing, stinking defeat. They stripped her presidency on the spot, ordering her to pay Marcus double for every stolen package, $500 for the sneakers, $80 for the toys, plus the bait order. The dye, it lingered on her skin for weeks, a faint green tint haunting her at the grocery store, the bank, even the gas station, where whispers followed. "That's the porch pirate lady." The neighborhood hummed with gossip for months. Karen's reign collapsed as residents, emboldened, spilled their own tailies, her finding a family for unapproved Halloween pumpkins, harassing a retiree over non-compliant grass length during a drought, even threatening a single mom for a tacky porch swing. A petition to reform the HOA surged, ushering in a new president, a no-nonsense dad who vowed transparency and scrapped the pettiest rules. Willow Creek transformed, neighbors waving freely, kids playing without fear of fines. Marcus replaced his sneakers, snagging an even rarer pair, and gifted his nephew a deluxe set of action figures, complete with a card that read, "From Uncle Marcus, the guy who beat the porch pirate." At a porch party under the stars, neighbors toasted his victory with beers and laughter, the fire pit crackling as stories of Karen's downfall echoed into the night. That's how you glitter bomb a thief into oblivion. Ever catch a porch pirate or outsmart a Karen? Drop your wildest HOA or neighbors saga in the comments. Pettiest rule? Craziest revenge? Like, if Marcus's prank had you howling, share with anyone battling a bully, and subscribe for more explosive karma. Follow at Karma4Karen on all platforms. We're lighting up justice worldwide. Until next time, steal from the wrong porch, and karma will paint you green, glitter you silly, and stink up your world. Peace out.